it is impossible that this eye came from a happenstance by itself. Now the atheist among us will say, why not? Why can't the eye, after so many tries of evolution, come together? Well, let's see. My Rav told me, look at this. If you ask any normal human being, be they a scientist or not, if I took a jar of ink and I dipped a feather in it, you know, they used to write with a feather. I dipped a feather in it, and I dropped the trickle, instead of writing, I dropped the trickle on a piece of paper. What are the chances that that trickle of the ink will go in exact design of the letter Aleph in Hebrew? Or A, whatever letter you want. What are the chances? You don't have to answer. It's not happening. But the scientists will tell you, oh, it's 1 in a gazillion bazillion. Okay, meaning it's possible that if I take this drop of ink, that after doing it a gazillion bazillion times, it'll eventually look exactly like the Aleph. Now, I'm not talking about looks like the Aleph, but it really is like, looks like a monkey too. I'm talking about exactly the Aleph that's in the Sefer Torah, the Ashuri script. After I do it, I drop this little piece of ink on a piece of paper a gazillion bazillion times, it'll eventually look like the Aleph in the Sefer Torah. Right, Mr. Scientist? Yes, for sure. Okay, that's it. What are the chances that if I take another drop and drop it right next to that Aleph, that Aleph, that drop is going to be bet? Bet like it's in the Torah. He's going to tell you a gazillion bazillion times. No, it cannot be a gazillion bazillion times. Why? It has to be more. It has to be more. Why it has to be more? Because as soon as I drop it the first time, and it's not that, it's not bet, it's some nothing, I got to start all over with the Aleph again. I got to erase the Aleph, start again. It cannot be first one success, second one failure, but just keep going. No. It has to be continuous success. It has to succeed the second one, even if the first one took a gazillion bazillion times to succeed, whatever you want, no problem. The second thing has to succeed on the first shot. Or else I have to start all over in the beginning, which means that the second one is not going to be, it's either first shot or it's a gazillion, bazillion times. To no end. And then what if I want to complete the word Abba? Aleph, Bet, and Aleph again. Don't give me a Bet, don't give me a Gimel. I want Aleph Dafka. How many times is it going to be to let's say the first two succeeded? He's going to tell you, no, come on, leave me alone. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen to spell the word Abba. But you're saying that 134 million cells can just happen to succeed 100% of the time to make your eye, with 7 million of them making the color and 127 with the black and white. I'm not talking about the entire human being, or needless to say, the brain, which is the most sophisticated of all creation. I'm talking about the eye that delivers the information to it. Has to have 134 million successes 100% of the time. No rational human being will ever say, yeah, this just happened to be. Which means, Rabotai, that anyone that doesn't actually believe that it just happened to be created through evolution, but rather chose it. Chose not to believe. Because even Darwin said, until today, the eye always gives me a cold shiver. Meaning, no matter how many times I explained evolution and survival of the fittest and all of these theories that people have manipulated for the last couple of 100 years, which have nothing to do with Darwin anyway, he himself says, I'm full of it. Why? I don't even understand the I. Needless to say, I understand the creation. So, you see, Rabotai, the beginning stages of a person connecting to HaKadosh Baruch Hu is to know that you're not going to understand the Creator, because to understand Him you have to be Him. You're also not going to understand the entire creation either. No matter how sophisticated you are, no matter how smart you are, no matter how much you study. In fact, the more you learn, the more you realize how little you are. What you can understand are the things that HaKadosh Baruch Hu allows you to. Because He wants you to, because you need to. You need to understand your purpose. You need to understand His will.